The most difficult recipe in my entire life is Cacio e Pepe. Three ingredients plus the pasta cooking water. What can go wrong? Everything. I think the Cacio e Pepe is the greatest recipe in the world. It's so simple. But if you don't do it right, it turns snotty and stringy and only lasts about a minute on your plate before it goes way downhill. The problem is getting the cheese to melt properly and turn into an emulsified sauce. So I went to Rome. I went to about a dozen restaurants to figure out how to make a great version and dependable version of Cacio e Pepe. And I did it. So the first thing to do with Cacio e Pepe is to toast the peppercorns. If you want real flavor and aroma, pre-ground spices just aren't the same. You toast them whole, put them in a grinder or mortar and pestle, and then mash them up. You're gonna have twice the flavor. The second thing we found, the most important thing, is that pasta water is the most important ingredient here. You want as much starch as possible in that water. The reason is it binds the cheese to the pasta and it makes the cheese, emulsifies it so it stays creamy. It doesn't get, as the French might say, snotty after sitting around for too long. So to do that, one thing we did was to limit the amount of cooking water. We have 12 ounces of pasta, 4.5 cups of water. We're gonna cook this on medium-high. The third thing we realized was adding a little bit of the cheese at the beginning also helps to create a nice base for that sauce because it's gonna emulsify during cooking. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons and half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of the pepper. We're not gonna cook it all the way through. It's gonna be very al dente. So the third most important thing here is the brand of pasta. You have to buy a better brand. It's gonna say bronze dye on the outside of the package, and it's gonna look rough. You have it in your hands, not smooth. That means that a lot more starch is gonna go into the water during cooking as opposed to a Teflon dye, which would be smooth and not release as much starch. What we're looking for is pasta that's al dente, and it's gonna have about a cup of liquid left. Now I'm gonna add half of the cheese mixture. And what's really important with almost all Italian pastas with sauce is the process of stirring and turning the pasta that really helps bind everything together. Now you can see that that liquid is very starchy. Cheese is melting nicely. That's why we didn't add all the cheese at once. Didn't want it to clump. Now that looks great. So I'm going to take this off the heat. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of pepper on it. Adding most of the pepper near the end keeps that really bright pepper flavor. We're going to let this set up for 1 or 2 minutes. The sauce is going to get a little thicker and more stable. So this is a authentic great Cacio e Pepe. Not too much sauce, and it's just the right balance of pepper and cheese, cooking water, and pasta. What a great way to start my day. Thank you, Rome. You guys really know how to cook a simple pasta dish.